Hey guys, this is Matt here from High Life Auto. I just want to come to you guys this week and talk about some of my best tips when buying a car. Like I said, we've sold about 2,000 cars since we've opened back up in 2009. And I've seen a lot of people make really good decisions. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. And over the years, this is what I've learned. I'm sure there's a lot better advice and more advice out there. So the more you can get, the better you are off. But here's my top three. The first thing is you have two hands and you need to figure out what your needs are, which is your closed hand, and then your open hand, which are things that are wants. They could be strong wants or they could be small wants, whatever, but they're open. An example of your closed hand could be if you need a van or you need third row seating because for passengers. Also, it could be four-wheel drive if you live on bad roads, different things like that. But before you even start looking for a car, you need to sit down, if it's with a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and figure out what is in that closed hand, things that we must have no matter what, and figure that out first. I've seen a lot of people make mistakes because they buy with their eyes and not with their heart or with their mind. They look at something and then, oh, that's so pretty, I have to have it, and they don't pay attention to all the little problems that it might have. So figure out what your closed hands are, figure out what your open hand is, like can you do without leather, do you have to have a sunroof, do you have to have this, and then figure out what's going to be, what my absolute needs are and what are the things I strongly want, and then just start figuring out what that is. The second thing is your budget, okay? I see so many people come to my lot and they have no clue. You ask them, how much are you wanting to spend on a car? Oh, I don't know. You know, what's cheap? I don't know. It depends what it is. Let me tell you, does not matter what the car is. It matters what's in your wallet, really. And I don't mean to sound mean or crass here or anything like that, but your budget, I strongly, strongly recommend, if you can, save up and pay cash. I'm a huge supporter of Dave Ramsey, and when at all possible, pay cash because, you know, storms come, bad times come, everybody gets into a bad position sometime or things, life happens. And if you're making a car payment and other things are happening, there's a potential you lose that car. And I see it happen all the time. We've done several repossessions. I hate doing it, but it's one of those things where it does happen a lot. So just be careful. If you can save up, just be aware of that risk you're taking on when you do have a loan. The second part of having a budget too is I strongly encourage to never max out that budget. Okay, so let's say your budget's $1,500. I always encourage people to at least save a couple $100s, okay? So if you're at $1,500 you got saved up, be looking at $1,300 or less cars. So then that way, if a tire blows, if a ball joint breaks, if a wheel bearing goes out, whatever could happen, you're ready for it. Keep that money set aside because you never know when things are going to happen. One thing I can tell you, I don't care if you buy a brand new car or you buy anything. Cars are guaranteed to break. It's just a matter of time. Some things might be covered under warranty, some things may not. So take your time, read it, read your warranty information, different things like that. Know what you're purchasing, have the money for it, and make sure you have some money saved up for the rainy days. Last thing here, my big thing on buying a car is test drive the car and inspect it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people go out, they don't even pop the hood. They don't even, so I've seen people don't even test drive cars. And you know, if you're an experienced car buyer and you know what you're doing, that might be okay. But if you're new and you don't buy a lot of cars, you might get a mechanic to come with you. I always encourage people to get inspections on their cars because you don't know. You know, there might be things I miss. There might be things other dealers miss. We're not perfect. It's not that we're trying to cheat you or scam you. It's just we're not perfect. And really, honestly, some of these cars we sell them before we even get them in the shop. So it's something, bring a mechanic with you. I always encourage you, if you take a car somewhere to another shop, to take it to a third party non-dealer shop, okay? Reason for that is, well, if you're a competing shop that sells cars, I'm going to tell you everything's wrong with that car no matter what so that I can sell you a car. And there's a lot of dishonesty in this business, and there's a lot of really good guys. So make sure you take it to somebody you trust, you know, bring somebody with you. I'd be more than happy to tell you everything I know and be honest with you, but it's one of those things where I don't always know everything either. I'm not a certified mechanic. So just be aware of that. If you're buying a car from us, we do sell all of our cars as is. What that means is you're responsible for any repairs, and you need to have some money saved up in case things happen. We try to help out as much as we can after the sale, but ultimately it is your responsibility. If we go make a bunch of repairs on your car is gaining value. So it's one of those things where you're responsible, but you also get the benefits and reap the reward, because when you go to sell that car, you'll have some equity in that car. If you do buy a nicer, newer car, one thing we don't offer is warranties. So one thing, if you are not mechanically inclined, I really encourage you to look for a car with a warranty. Make sure you read it. And that's one thing, when you do paperwork, read it. I see so many people sign. They have no clue what they're signing for. Read the paperwork. A lot of times warranty companies are kind of tricky, and they'll go in and they'll find loopholes, or they'll say, well, since this was this color, we're not covered under warranty. So make sure you read your warranty work, read your bill of sale, read your paperwork, know what you're getting into, have some money saved up, pay with cash, know your needs, know your wants, your open and closed hands, and stick to the budget, okay? Anyway, those are my top 3 tips. Your open and closed hand, have the budget, have some money saved, test drive, inspect it, and for anything I can say, read the paperwork, know what you're getting into, be safe, go to people you trust. If it's not me, I'm fine with that. If it is me, I'll do my best, but realize I am not perfect. Anyway, guys, Matt from High Life Auto. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys next week. Good seeing you guys.